I will never forget it. What's up, fam? It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds underground. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel today, where I'll be discussing the rules of engagement, pretty much tips for better relationship management. But before I jump into things, what I need from you is that SLC. Hit subscribe, like, comment, and more importantly, hit the notifications bell to stay in touch with the new videos that we have up and coming. All right, so let's jump right into this one. I wanted to make this video because I've noticed a string of, I guess, common trends, really, things I've encountered, and I was like, you know what, I gotta make a relationship management video, because if not handled right as you progress in your relationships with different record labels, agencies, social media managers, potentially, you may screw things up indefinitely for yourself, because people really and truly don't forget how you made them feel. All right, so let's jump into this one. Point number one, I'm gonna call this watch out for the clones. And what I mean by this is, as a record label owner, and I have multiple labels that I own, I've encountered emails and DMs from people saying, I am the manager of, and then they send you music that has nothing to do with what the label is interested in. And I call it a clone because it's really not a manager. It's the artist or a friend of an artist acting as a manager. And it's, you know, in terms of building some way, shape, or form of distinction that forces the record label or gets someone to just pay attention. And I think as a tactic, it's interesting because you're trying to get attention from people in their time to listen to music. But when you're doing this cookie cutter thing, for one, and it's dishonest, and on top of that, you're not really engaged in terms of building a succinct relationship in the future, and you've now taken away from my time potentially, or the time of that from my team, we will remember that shit and not engage you again. So watch out for the clones. Like I said, it typically starts off with an email of, I'm the manager for so-and-so, and it's very unfortunate on this one because there are legitimate managers out there that do start their emails off that way, and they are legitimately working hard for the artists that they represent. But I'm telling you, just double check. Once you start seeing emails like that, just check into whoever's saying they're the manager of, and you'll get your answer pretty quickly. And point number two is integrity, and this is probably just going to reign true throughout all of the points I'm going to share with you, but it's the first and foremost thing I think that needs to just be in your DNA when it comes to relationship management. Integrity means something. It's huge. I've run into a situation on my label where we had an artist sign an agreement with us. They said, yeah, we're good to go. We responded back, we signed it, and then they came back with, oh, another label that unfortunately didn't listen to the demo now wants one of the tracks. And then they wanted to spin it into, and this is the audacious part about it, and I will never fucking forget it, is they said, well, maybe you can do a remix on the song and we can sign it to that label. It's like, fuck no. Okay, we have an agreement. You honor that agreement. When a label says, is the track still available, the right thing to say is, no, it's not. I've already signed it, and maybe I can do something else for you in the future. I've run into this multiple times, and I was smart enough to know that if I did what this individual did to my label and my team, I was smart enough to know that that could be career damaging, because people will never forget that. And now I'm here sharing this unfortunate story, and I'll be a part of that individual's legacy. So it's just very unfortunate. So when you make an agreement, you honor it, man. Even if you realize, oh man, the terms of this were pretty shitty, at the end of the day, you signed the agreement. You had enough time to do the research and, you know, level out things and just be straight up front and transparent about things. And when you choose not to, or you choose to react when at a time it's convenient for you, that's some bullshit, man. So make sure you're keeping your integrity levels high. And point number three, like I said, it kind of dovetails off of the integrity point, but it's to be comfortable, and being comfortable saying whatever is on your mind, whether people, individuals, or companies are inside of the room or not inside of the room. Make sure you can always say something that is consistent and people can never fill it with, well, you said this way, and then it turns out to be something else on the other end. Make sure, if you're going to be comfortable saying some shit, make sure you're comfortable saying the same stuff, whether those individuals are in or outside of the room or you're face to face with them. Because I'll tell you, even when it's unpleasant and it's like direct and strong feedback, most people I've encountered respect the individual that is consistent and stands for something and is saying exactly what they've been saying through and through, whether it's pleasant or not. So make sure if you're going to say some shit, you better be comfortable in holding on to that right through. Point number 4 is to understand relationships flow both ways. It's not a one-way or self-serving sort of thing. And, as a matter of fact, I would say look for ways that you can serve others when you've achieved a high degree of success in a particular skill or accomplishing things and you've demonstrated it consistently over time, in a position to serve others, because I find that the value always comes back to you tenfold in a very positive way. Not everybody will be appreciative of you sharing and serving as well, and that's fine, because those people will generally fall by the wayside. Relationships are built over time. Strong relationships are built over time. Meaningful relationships are built over time. And when you're always anchoring yourself in a position of, how can I serve and assist you in a way that's meaningful, the value will always come back to you tenfold. And point number 5 is to never forget how people's situations and or events make you feel. And just keeping that in the back of your mind at all times, because at the end of the day, people never forget how, you made them feel. And as a result of that, they carry that through in certain business situations and experiences that they will have with you or associates of you that are somewhat connected to you or directly connected. I've experienced this multiple times, and it's just important when you're cognizant of, the things that you do, people just never forget how you made them feel. And if you messed up royally, it's always best to just take accountability for that straight up and just keep it moving. But honestly, keeping that in mind in terms of never forgetting also demands action and change. So if you're a person in this industry that is constantly getting drunk, doing drugs, when you have an alcohol or drug problem, and then you're embarrassing yourself and others around you and other team members that you may be associated with or other business associates, it's going to catch up with you. I can guarantee this. People always have a certain degree of where they would tolerate only so much, and then it's at a point of diminishing returns and you'll never get it back. So make sure you're always cognizant of how your actions affect others, because people will never forget how you made them feel. All right, and there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the rules of engagement and, my tips for better relationship management as you progress in this music industry. Let me know your thoughts on this one. I would love to hear it. I usually join a conversation within 48 hours of posting these videos, so I'd love to hear what you got to say. And just remember, things don't have to stop here. I got a growing Discord community that is absolutely free to join, and also my noodle shop is also available. Check out the link in the description below where you can join either in a member or as a free member to participate and have discussion on production and learn a few things here and there. It's a growing community and I'm very appreciative of it. So much love and respect to you. Peace.